Good Monday morning. Look who's here, folks. I'm your humble host, Stephen McCollum, and you, of course, know him as 17-year NFL veteran, three-time Super Bowl champion for your Dallas Cowboys, and we also refer to him as Mr. Vacation. Dale Hellestray's back, everybody.
Good morning, Stephen. I'm glad to see that you guys are still here, and
Nothing's
changed.
We need the ratings to drop a little bit.
Yeah, because they're bursting out the seams.
Out the seams. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
And
I was getting awards left and right. I need a break from my award season.
I can completely agree with that. You held down the fort through all the storms.
I had some help. Bruce Cooper came in last Tuesday.
Yeah.
All upset you're on vacation again. I said, I think it's an NFL thing. Because the NFL, everybody takes vacations in June and beginning of July because that's the only time of year they can really take one. Got the hiccups. So I was all explaining about it. I was all done. And he's like, oh, maybe that's right. So I made him feel better about it for you, Dale.
Yeah.
So here you go.
Well, the one thing is, at least you didn't read about me last week anywhere.
No tabloids.
No, I'm not. Unlike some other people that we know up in Sedona, some other people here in the valley. And
I kept checking every day. I was checking the papers. Is there a long range camera catching something?
Any clandestine pictures?
All professionally done. Nice pictures last week I saw during the weekend, everything. So looked like a successful week up in Sedona.
It was a fun week. Drove up last Sunday with Graham and Beckett and Brooke and I.
They went with you.
They went with us. First time that the youngins were without mom and dad. And now we stay at their house when the mom and dad's gone out of town, but out of their house and all that. Everything went smooth. Graham a little under the weather. Kendall Alex drove up with us, not with us, but a separate car.
Okay.
Your
other daughter. You don't talk about Kendall as much as you do.
No,
obviously not your favorite, but I don't want to put that out on air.
Well, she doesn't have any grandkids yet, so I mean, the heck with Hillary and Kendall.
I'm kidding.
But so they came up with us and they ended up staying till Tuesday. Hillary and Scott came up Monday. They stayed till Thursday.
Oh.
And then Brooke and I had a couple days to ourselves, so ended up being a very, very nice, relaxing weekend.
Did it rain a lot up there? Because we got a heck of a rain. Well, at least on the east. I won't speak for the whole valley. I know where our studio is here, we got rain and things. Because the studio lost power one night. I got all these alerts and everything. Did you get rain up there is the question.
We got torrential downpours where Brooke and I were woken up at because my phone went off. I keep my phone on silent.
The national way. They'll override that.
And at about 2:30 in the morning, all of a sudden it's like, I'm like, what the heck is going on? We look outside, thunder, lightning, downpours. Most of the afternoons look cloudy. We'd get a little bit of rain.
Yeah.
So we adjust our golf schedule around that. But otherwise, it was, I think the hottest it got was 89 degrees for us.
Dale, I'm not going to lie to you. What was it? It was Friday because we took Fridays off. And me and Ethan came to the studio early. We were back home by like 9:30, and stuff. And my daughter had a swim party. And it was raining and stuff, but they had like a party get together. I drove the whole way there with my windows down and AC off. It was like 70. It was humid, but it was like 75 degrees, 76 degrees. Like 9:30 on Friday. Yeah, so it's beautiful, isn't it?
Well, and the thing is, I was going to mention, because we were following the weather a little bit up there, watch the news and and all that. And I remember the days when I was growing up where it either rained in Phoenix or it didn't rain.
Yeah.
And now it's, the east side got just hammered, west side, nothing. Yeah.
That first storm, because Robert lives on the west side of town, and he was on Twitter like, don't take all the rain east side. He said he got just enough to make his car dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Everything out of our house was flooded. It rained for a good hour and a half of solid downpour, that first storm that rolled through. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, it's amazing. And even here, this got a ton of rain where everything was flooded. When we came in the next morning, I forget what day it is now, but when we came in the next morning, everything here was flooded and whatnot. And I had to go up to 50, dry as a bone.
Yeah.
I had to go up to 51 a little bit, same day, and it was dry as a bone there. And I was like, how does it hit and miss like this?
Well, and I was watching the news last night. I turned it off because it said, I did one of those blurbs going to commercial. When we come back, all this rain hasn't done anything. Drought still,
Did Sky Harbor get a whole bunch? That I don't know. I didn't pay attention to that. But there's no drought out of my house. I can tell you that, Dale.
Yeah, a lot of rain.
Even now, you walk out in the backyard. If you step off, like I have the pool deck, if you step off that into the dirt, you sink a little bit.
Okay.
We haven't had rain for a few days, so it's like, what the heck, man? Everything's all saturated, and all of our green belts around the neighborhood still have water puddles in them and stuff like that. But yeah, so I was thinking about you, like, ooh, it's gonna hurt their breath. So, where'd you golf, and how was it up there?
Well, we stayed in a place called Seven Canyons, which ended up being a really nice 3-bedroom, 3.5-bathroom condo, and it's right on the golf course. We got to watch. We overlooked kind of hole number 5 there, so got to golf there. And then we went to Oak Creek Country Club.
Yeah.
And really nice course.
Hard to get to, though, right? To get back to Oak Creek Canyon or back out of Oak Creek Canyon back is kind of a pain in the butt.
It was about a 25-minute drive from our place.
All right.
And thank goodness for maps and all that. And they work
confusing.
in the mountains and all that, because when you get back to Seven Canyons, your phone doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, because you're literally in the canyons.
Yeah. So it was both golf courses very pretty. I got to spend family time, alone time. Came back pretty refreshed.
When you golf with Brooke, do you hit off the ladies' tees, or do you just pull up and let her hit off the lady tees?
Well, Brooke didn't golf with me. I golfed.
I thought she went out with you occasionally.
No, we used to golf together back in our early days. But she says, you know what? If I have 4.5, 5 hours,
I'm going shopping.
I want to go to the spa, or I want to go to the pool, or I want to.
Yeah. How many health walks did you do while you were up there?
I thought about 3 of them. I did none.
Dale's just walking in this.
Yeah, it's like, come on. Hey, you want to go for a hike? No.
Did the resort you have? Well, because Seven Canyons has some really nice views and hikes that you could walk from there. But did you how many did you pass of these round circles just randomly on the property? Is my question.
Well, there's probably within. You probably drive to them, but we're within about a 15-minute, 10-minute drive.
So you got to go to them, yeah.
Okay. There's probably 6 or 7 that you could see.
I would assume a place like that would have them on. Like I said, I don't remember what it was called, but it was this really nice place, and on their grounds they had all that stuff. It's part of their charm and why people go there.
Well, remember, I wasn't really looking these things up.
No, you can't miss them though when they're on property, because you're like, why is there just rocks in a literally it's just, and it goes to the middle, like I don't know, a spiral, and it goes to the middle, and then you walk back out in the spiral, and you're like, I'm just gonna shortcut this and just walk over, get out of this thing.
I do know that Alex and Kendall and Brooke were started on a hike. Now, also a couple of them were closed because of the fire.
Oh, I forgot the fire up the 89A, right?
Yeah, that pocket fire was pretty much put out by Sunday.
No smoke?
We got smoke one afternoon.
I didn't even think about that. That's
one
right.
afternoon, we kind of we're sitting out on the deck and like, boy, it kind of smells funny, and it was from the fire. So
Brooke's like, it's Dale again.
But Kendall, her husband Alex, who you know from coaching at SCA.
Yes, great guy.
And,
I would like to see him involved. He's usually not involved in these family outings.
No, he usually says he's busy.
He's busy.
I don't know. He's not a big. I don't know if he's a big family get together guy, but
no, but he does. He has like 7 jobs. Like I'm exaggerating,
Yeah.
but he does do a lot of different, actually cool things. I think, but
right.
Because I always give him a hard time, like, man, you're never around, and he's like, oh, I got to go to this, I got to go to this, I got to go to this.
Well, I noticed SCA football was supposed to start this morning.
Yep.
Bright and early, but I saw a thing on Hubble this morning that I guess there's a soccer academy there. So
Postponed.
Yeah.
That's the problem when you only have one field.
Yes, yes.
And I'm gonna reach out to Mike here this week and probably today, and he'll call me back in a week or two. Probably.
Yeah, when he gets back to you.
Yeah. But I'm gonna reach out to him today and see how it's going and get him updated and get him on the show if he wants to. I was thinking about that over the weekend as well. Ethan says, "Let's go! Dale's back." So Ethan's excited.
It's about time.
And then Robert says, "Dalehausen." The part-timer. We're trying to think of nicknames for you last week.
Okay.
Go with you on that. Did you pay attention to any sports?
Well, I did, but let me finish the story.
Okay, sorry.
Kendall, Alex, and Brooke, they kind of went for a hike.
Oh.
They found a kind of a short one, and then it was kind of blocked off because of the fire.
Yeah.
So they came back down. They just walked the golf course. It was closed on Monday. So they're walking the golf course, and then they turned into a slow jog. And this is all being told to me by them.
I've never gone on a hike that's turned into a slow jog unexpectedly.
It was the slow because they couldn't hike anymore, so they came down the golf course and they were just walking.
It's hilly
Yes,
too. It's not
yes.
flat.
Turned into a small, slight jog, and then all of a sudden it turned into one of those unannounced races.
Yeah, they're racing each other.
And
between Kendall and Alex?
And I'm proud to say that my 62-year-old wife, Brooke, left Alex in the dust. And he could do nothing about it. He was the whole time shaking his head.
Was he quiet the rest of the trip? He was
he had nothing to say. He said, "Yeah, she whooped me."
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never ever been on a hike and been like, you know what, we're going to turn this into a race.
Yeah.
Ever.
No.
Unless it's pre-planned that you're going to hike and then we're going to run a little bit on the end.
Even then, I ain't pre-planning that.
Yeah, right.
So,
did you eat at the hotel or did you get out into town and everything? It's kind of a drive to get to the downtown area from where you were staying.
It's about 20 minutes.
It's short, but it's not easy to drive in that Sedona area.
About 20 minutes with, especially back in Seven Canyons area, it's one lane each way, windy, and all that, dark.
No lights there.
Yeah. So
did you go to the McDonald's with the purple? I ask everybody that because it's so stupid. Everybody talks about it. Did you go to McDonald's?
I saw it.
You drove right by it, right?
We did not stop there.
The food's the same.
Same Big Mac.
Yeah, it's just a turquoise M. That's the difference.
We had lunch. We drove up there Sunday. Couldn't check in till 4, so we left here around noon. Got up to the Sedona Airport at 2. There's a little grill called Mesa Grill at the airport. Really, really good food. I would recommend it. You have great views out of the restaurant, and you get to see some of the planes take off and land.
So it's on the airport property.
Yeah.
I love those sites. We eat that over at Mesa Gateway all the time.
Yeah.
There's one there that you can see the planes take off and land.
And
I love
Grandma
those views.
Beckett loved that, so it was. I think they really enjoyed that. So all in all, everybody made it through healthy, safe. We're back, ready to go.
Yeah. Are you rejuvenated, or do you need a vacation from the vacation?
You know, we were both fairly tired Saturday night and yesterday. And again, the one thing that was always interesting, I don't know, when I go in the mountains, I usually sleep in.
Yeah.
So, I'd sleep till like 8:30, which is very, very late for me.
Yeah.
Brooke gets up at 6, no matter what.
She's hitting the pots and pans.
Yeah.
Trying to wake you up.
Oh, I was trying to be quiet.
Exactly. I've never heard somebody make so. I thought somebody was breaking in. You're making someone. Oh, I thought I was being quiet. But you didn't. You woke up early.
Never woke up early. Graham Beckett got me up one morning, so I got up a little earlier than usual. But we followed sports. Yeah. We followed your Diamondbacks.
What a series that was coming back. What an emotional roller coaster that was, Dale.
Followed your Arizona Cardinals, and again, always good news about the Cardinals. Now executives get
Now, not only is an executive getting suspended for betting on draft picks, now we officially have Jacoby Watch.
Oh yeah, that's
starting today.
When do they report? Friday?
Wednesday. We might even have Beck Watch because he's not signed yet either.
There's only 4 players left. I was reading. You're slotted.
I was thinking about it this weekend, and I was all like, "Oh man," because back when Kyler was doing that negotiation, we made this whole thing where like every day on the radio, I'd be like, "Kyler watch," with this big deep voice and everything, and then we give an update and be like, "Not signed yet," kind of a joke. We're gonna have to do that. I was thinking over the weekend, I'm gonna have to do that with Jacoby Brissett. We'll get into all that with you, Dale. We got all week to talk about it.
Yes, we do.
This is our last week of only 4 shows. We're taking this Friday off for the last time. Next week, back to our regular 5-day-a-week schedule because football season's here, Dale. Starting this week.
Football season, can't miss a Friday because your Diamondbacks march into the playoffs. And
oh my God, they're gonna make it. Plug them in. Okay, we're going to get into this, but this roller coaster Friday night's game was infuriating the way it ended. Like, it was just, I turned it off and was like, thank God I can just shed these things. Because when I was younger, I would have been mad for a week about the way they play. And then Cattell speaks afterwards on why he didn't challenge it. And I'm just irate. But I'm like, all right, just let it go. Just go to bed. So I just went to bed and everything. Then Saturday, they look good. Then yesterday, they look like garbage and come back. And holy heck. Whew. Keep your arms inside the vehicle while you're on this roller coaster ride, folks.
That's good right there.
Oh, my goodness. Then the World Cup game yesterday was I can understand if you thought it was boring because no scoring and stuff, but that was a monumental World Cup final game yesterday. So spectacular to watch. It was Spain winning. I got some stats for you on that. Of course, did you watch the Open? I know it was on overnight. You weren't staying up. You weren't watching tee times at 10:30 at night, were you?
I was not doing that as I was not watching at 4 a.m. in the morning.
For the second wave?
Yeah, but no, it was, I taped it, so I got to watch it, and super happy for Ryan Fox. And
oh, my God. I'll show you his big hit up and then his winning putt here in a second, but this is what we talked about this before in the program. I noticed something a month or so ago. Just these unknown guys are winning tournaments. Now, majors generally goes to the big guys.
Right.
But this is another example of a guy that's never finished in the top 15 in a major. Not only wins it, but wins it under pressure. We're seeing a turn in golf right now where the older, more established guys aren't always there at the end anymore. It's fascinating to watch this change happen.
Well,
because go ahead.
Let me give you a reason to cheer for Ryan Fox, if nothing else.
Okay.
They're 39 years old, family, as you said, first major winner. Got a late start in his career.
Yes.
But the best thing about him, he plays fast. And so much so that even Scotty Scheffler, he was paired with them, I think it was a week or two ago, and Scotty's like, wow, I'm almost talking to you, and you've already hit the ball. He goes, I can't believe you played that
Dale,
fast.
They put a clock on his winning putt.
Yes.
Somebody put a clock on it.
Yeah.
And how long? He did 22 seconds where he walked up to it, lined it up, walked up to it, and hit the ball to win. This is the putt to win the turn. If he misses this,
it's a playoff.
It's a playoff.
Yeah.
This is pressure here, folks.
Yeah.
And he walks up in just 22 seconds, bloop, in and walks off. What was it, 11-footer roughly about? I'll show it to you here in just a second. But no, you're right. And it's fascinating to see. Now, here's the question I got, and we won't know the answer to this probably till later, but is it just the older guys making so much money that they don't feel the need? Like, they want to perform in the majors, don't get me wrong, but they also just go, it's amazing. Okay, I suck this week. Time to move on or whatever. And these young guys are trying to, I gotta win this. This is my one chance type of a situation. Or is it these young, or not young guys, but these unknown guys, they've gotten better to where they can compete with these guys when they have off days off. It's got to be one. It's one of the two.
Well, let me tell you, you and I have talked about, I've talked about with a lot of my friends, the fact that there are so many great golfers that we know individually who can't sniff the tour.
Yes.
And yet they are plus 1, 2, 3 handicaps.
Yes.
So all these guys can hit the ball.
They're half a putt. They're half a putt
around.
They're half a putt around longer than the guys on the tour.
Right.
And that's literally what's keeping them off.
And their average score is 2 or 3 strokes worse than the top guys.
Yeah.
If you want to be fascinated, go and look at Scotty Scheffler when he was at the top and the 100th guy.
Yeah. But very close.
And the difference between their scores, it's fascinating. But these younger guys, we've said it, there's so many guys that play locally here that's like, why couldn't they make it? Yeah. But here's a Ryan Fox, everything lined up. Some of the guys fell down the stretch. You had the Bryson DeChambeau stuff and all that. And here's Ryan Fox just plugging away, got a couple unlucky breaks, and he found a way to make chicken salad out of chicken poop.
That's what makes a difference between the guys that win these things and the guys that don't, is when they make a mistake, they're able to get out of it with no damage. Whereas you and I make a mistake and we're still trying to get out of it 2 strokes later.
Yeah, it's like that's an 8.
Robert says, not for nothing. He said, but TIO is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. It's not like the grandstand popped up during his drive. Should have been a penalty. He says, feel the same way about those idiots that moved the rock for Tiger back in the day. Well, that's what I wanted to bring up here as well. Well, first of all, let's start with the positive. But I want to bring this up because the old somebody called in a penalty on Bryson, which they're not supposed to pay attention to anymore. And they claim they didn't. They claim they looked back at the footage themselves and found, okay, whatever. But some British person's at home going, I'm having my tea, and I noticed that he was walking behind that ball an awful lot and cycling down, so his backswing was good. 2-stroke penalty after the round. I just don't think you should give a penalty after the round, but we'll get into that in just a second. Then you got this situation Robert's talking about and stuff like that. And then Rory's openly mocking the course and after the 3rd round and how hard it is and how stupid it is that they're playing on such a hard course. And it's just interesting weekend over there as well. But first, let's look into it. Fox, here's his approach shot. And then, of course, the shot to win. Again, folks, never finished in top 15 in a major. Has to hit this putt in order to not go into a playoff, which, I have no doubt he probably could have won it at that point. But this is pressure for somebody not been there before. Here he is with his place.
Be right, baby. Oh, yes, sirree. Fantastic shot.
That's not a give me a putt there,
taking no time at all.
22 seconds to line up and hit this thing.
He has it! Ryan Fox, champion golfer of the year. He celebrates.
Look at his caddy behind him. Usually the caddy comes running in.
Caddy's like, oh my God, we made money this weekend?
That dreams are made of.
He gets a percentage of that, the winning.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, oh my God, we made some serious money this week.
Well, $3.2 million.
Yeah. For a guy that is not used to being in that. But like you said, 39 years old, so he's not a spring chicken. So I use the phrase younger guys because I don't feel like using the unknown guys type of word, but like Scheffler, you saw he was there tied for what I think 4th, I think is what he ended up at and stuff like that. So guys were making moves on him and stuff. Like you said, you're able to overcome what comes your way, and that's 90% of winning these things.
Yes, it is. The 6 inches between your ears, and you can't get shook up or mad or whatever. It's very easy to do on the golf course, but a heck of a tournament for Ryan that can put him up in a different stratosphere.
Yeah, he went from finishing his very successful career. Don't get me wrong, made tons of money with the way he's played and stuff like that. But now this puts him up into another stratosphere,
right?
Because you're an Open Championship winner,
forever and ever and ever.
Yes, the Claire Jug. Do you get to keep that, or you have to give it back every year?
I think you have to give it back every year.
That's kind of sad. You get a duplicate or something? Is what you're looking at. But everybody's happy about him, and everybody's happy for him on the tour. It's just an amazing thing to see there as well. So Robert says, let me pull it back up here. I apologize, folks. Sorry, folks. Robert said, Fox is an old school player. Did you see Monty's comments? I did not see anything on the comments on that because that ended and I had to get some stuff done. I didn't watch any post round. I just saw Rory complaining about the course.
I did not see that, thankfully.
Were they good? Oh, it had to have been good. I imagine it's good. Nobody bashes a guy like Fox when he wins, right?
Oh, yeah. Nobody. I don't think anybody bashed him, but I'm sure some people talked about the course and was it fair?
Oh, yeah. No, Rory was not happy with the way that goes. Even Bryson, I mean, I don't know. Did you see his penalty on Friday?
I did.
Okay, I get it. But what's he supposed to do? Just stand in one spot?
Okay, real quick, just then we can get to Bryson. Ryan Fox moved up 37 spots on the World Golf Money List. He now sits at 21.
I was trying to find his winnings in this tournament, how it pertained to his yearly, because he's a millionaire and playing golf all year long, last several years. But I was trying to figure out, I couldn't find it if he, if this was kind of like the guy just won something. I can't remember what it is. Oh, the home run derby guy, where he only makes like $800,000 and he wins $1 million on the home run.
Oh, okay.
Where you overcome your yearly earnings with this one win type of a deal. I couldn't find it, so.
Well, he's making he's made $5.4 million this year, 3.2 this week, which puts him right ahead of Justin Rose and J.J. Spawn and right behind Alexander Schauffele and Minwoo Lee and those kind of guys. So. But as far as the penalty, I guess I tend to agree mostly with a guy named Russell Henley who was interviewed.
Okay.
And I heard him in his interview, and he said, here's the thing about it. He said, DeChambeau is one of those guys that they show every shot of his. They have a camera on every shot of his. You see 6 shots of mine. And then he was in contention for a little bit and all that. He said, so I may do that inadvertently and nobody knows it. Nobody sees it because it's not on camera.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that 100%. It's because I'll say this, the live broadcast didn't spend a lot of time on it. They showed the shot and they showed it, but then they went back and looked at a replay and showed the whole replay of the situation.
Right. Well, from the first camera angle, you couldn't really see where he was stepping because most of these guys, they step behind the ball to see a line to where they're going to hit their next shot.
But I will say this, the first time he went back there and did a practice swing, his backswing was hitting everything. Yeah. And by the time he hit that ball, it was all cleared for him to have the backswing.
But what I said on the spot was, I said, I wonder how this would come out if that was Rory or Scotty Scheffler.
That's the thing. That's what I've got to ask as well. Is it because it's Bryson?
You go back after the round, and
I hate doing the penalties after the round. That is a joke.
Yeah, because they're there for about 2 or 3 years. It turned into a natural disaster. People somehow found the NBC number at the golf course. You're sitting at home in Scottsdale.
Yeah, that's why they took it away.
But
I don't. Here's the way I look at it, and this is where I struggle with it. Bryson wasn't doing it on purpose. He wasn't, oh, my ball's here. I'm gonna walk in a 4-foot circle around here and trance this down. He was walking over to talk to the guy. Now, could he have been knocking it down? Yes, but isn't the spirit of the play more? And here's the other side of it. He had rules people standing right there. He was talking to them.
Right.
And now one person calls it. If they don't see it, it's time to move on from that day. Type of a thing. I hate the after the round deal. I get it. I get why he'd be upset. I get why some of the other players were upset about it. But then also the thing it does that I don't like either is it makes you look like a cheater to the point where several golfers, I think Scheffler was one of them, had to come out yesterday and be like, you can say a lot of things about Bryson.
Yeah.
But you cannot say he's a cheater.
Right.
But it gives you that impression that he's a cheater. And we're talking about 4.5 foot tall grass that he was in.
Right.
Trying to hit out of. It's just stupid. I think golf is stupid with this stuff.
They have some rules that, and over the years, they've tried to, it used to be if there's a rock in a bunker right behind your ball, you still had to hit your ball.
Yeah.
Hey, in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years, they've allowed you to move loose impediments.
Well, and every golf course is different.
Yeah.
Some of them you can ground your club, and then some of them consider them hazards off to the side of the green. Some of them they aren't hazards, so you can ground your club in those. And so every golf course is different. It just makes you confused and stuff like that. But I'm just telling you, Dale, I brought this up before. Rory, to me, has become an unlikable golfer. Like, it's unbearable. The way he complained about the course all weekend because he didn't play well there. Dude, you're from that area. You know how it is. Shut up.
Right.
He's always complaining about something. He's always whining about something. He's become unlikable. And I'm getting the gist that Robert feels the same way because, Robert blames Rory for the penalty and everything. Then he says Rory has the RNA on speed dial. Like Rory's on the course calling him. He's just become such an unlikable dude, just miserable. Always has to complain about stuff, and it's bad to watch. I should have pulled Rory's comments. But dude, do you need to go public with how bad the course is in your opinion because you're not playing well? Or can you just keep that internal?
Well, not only that, because everybody else was talking about how the course was really tough and playable and fair and all that. But the way he handled the DeChambeau situation, I mean, I'm not particularly fond of DeChambeau, and I was upset that, because I guess originally he was saying, I don't know if I can continue to play, which if he withdrew, then that would alter the pairings and alter the times and all that. So the times weren't posted till like 10 o'clock at night. So I guess that could bother you, if you're going to be up early in the morning over there, or I don't know. But
you're playing golf. You got the morning tee time, right? It's just I know. It's just, but why do you have to take that public to the media?
Right.
Have those conversations internally. Just he's always running to a microphone. Robert says Rory as if Napoleon played golf. Robert also tagged me at TME Sports Show. Now that I see the clip, I didn't listen to it, but I did see it. Of course, we're talking about Colin Montgomery here. I didn't see it. I saw the clip yesterday, but I didn't pay attention to it or stuff. But it's all about it, slow play and how guys play too slow. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. DeChambeau's a lightning. He was a lightning rod going into this tournament. I played the clip last week with a Golf Channel guy that I just forgot his name.
Chambly.
Where he ripped him and said, he's more worried about the guys at home than he is his competition here as well. So he's a lightning rod going into this.
Yeah.
Hey, I put money down. I put $5 down that he made this cut, which isn't a surefire bet because he missed the last 4 major cuts that he's played in. So I at least got that from Bryson.
Yeah, whenever anybody starts off when they're trying to defend you, say, Bryson's a lot of things.
Yeah, that's how it was. I remember who said it, but one of the golfers, it was like Scheffler, somebody big.
Yeah,
that you can say a lot of things about this guy, but he's not a cheater. And I'm like, ooh, that's like a backhanded slap there on the golf side. It's just golf, for the love of God. Stop doing the pen. And it'd be one thing if there was no rules people there. Okay. He literally had 2 rules people there, and he was talking to them about how to hit this out and what he can do with it and stuff like that, and they didn't say anything in the moment.
Right.
And after the round, that's going to screw you up for the weekend on top of it. But there was a lot of weird – that's the problem. There's just a lot of weird rules calls. And I didn't watch it live. Of course, I saw the replay, and I kind of know what happened when I watched it. But it's just a lot of weird rules things that happened this weekend that you just don't see anywhere else, and it's stupid.
Golf can be stupid.
It's not that hard, guys.
It helps to know the rules because sometimes the rules can help you, like the temporary immovable obstruction rule.
TIO. Well, I know the grandstand ones because golfers have taken advantage of that in the past in the Open, where you launch a ball into the grandstands because you can drop it and get a better lie than if you try to go for it.
Right.
And then you're up against something or off in a weird spot. So knowing those, every golfer, if you don't know, before the tournament, they get told what the rules are of the course and stuff to that effect.
Always called local rules.
Yeah, so they have to know all that stuff, but it's just confusing as all heck. But I just don't like finish playing and then we'll deduct you. It's the same thing in the World Cup where, They they let a play keep going, and then 15 seconds later, after somebody scores, they're like, "Oh, we got to look at a penalty on the other side of the field 20 seconds ago," and you're like, "What? Are you kidding me right now? You couldn't have stopped this before this moment?" It drives me nuts. But that was a good open. Last major of the year.
Last major of the year till next year, and so now they just finish out the season, and
then next year, have they officially voted in that 2 tiers thing that they want to do?
I thought I read where it starts taking place next year.
That's what I had originally read. I don't know if it's official yet or changed yet or not, and stuff like that. Because I don't know. I'm intrigued by that. All it's going to do is just give more people, but it's going to raise the purses, one, but then 2, it's going to give more people an opportunity, which I find fascinating, because that's the problem with sports. You see it in the NFL, you see it in baseball. You get these guys, right? And then all of a sudden you see 42-year-olds out there playing, right? Like we just went through this in the quarterback position in the NFL, where Drew Brees retires, Tom Brady gets out, Aaron Rodgers is kind of the last mainstay of it. And now we got all these young guys out there commanding their teams and stuff. And things. So it's fascinating. But the thing I wonder about golf, Dale, and I asked this question earlier, we won't know for a little bit. Is golf to one of those sports? Because we saw this fracture when LIV came about. What did everybody say? It was the money. They didn't admit it. But they also said, we play too much. The travel's too hard on us. We play too often, type of a thing. So are we getting to the point where once you get to a certain level in golf and make X amount of money, you go, yeah, I don't need to play as much. I've won majors already. My career's set. I'm going to not play as hard and play as often, which will affect you as the season goes on. Are we starting to see that, which is going to allow some of these unknown guys to get up there and win? I think it's more of that, Dale, than I think it's these younger guys are getting better to compete with these bigger guys. I think we're seeing people making a lot of money kind of slacking.
Well, just to answer your question, the 2-tier PGA system will not be in place next year.
Okay.
It will officially become part of the series golf tournament
27.
challenge in 2028. It's called the new Championship Series and Challenger Series.
2 years from get out of here with that garbage. Well, I guess that's true because you can't. Yeah, 27's next year. So. Yeah. I think it would be tough to turn around at that point. I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. Golf's got to figure out how to make, and it'll happen if guys keep winning tournaments that are lower. I don't know. I'm not phrasing it right, but the lower tier PGA guys that you never hear about. Those guys start popping their heads up every once in a while. You need that, I think, in this tour because you can't rely on guys like Rory who are just, becoming jerks, angry old men now. And stuff like that. You can't keep relying on Bryson DeChambeau. You need these good stories to pop up. So it's fascinating to watch.
Well, I mean, you think about 2 of the 4 major winners. There are only 4 majors every year. 2 of the 4, are Ryan Fox and Aaron Rai.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't even remember the other guy.
Aaron Rai, and they're not exactly household names.
I think it's fantastic. Yeah. I think it adds a new element to the sport. And he was going up against Cam Young. It's not like he was going up against an unknown guy to win that. Scheffler was peeking up there a little bit to try to put pressure on him as well and stuff. I think this is the greatest thing for golf, than anybody else. So that you're out there. And then, like I said, but then you still get the narrative of the Bryson DeChambeau and how he's in the news. And then Rory was part of the news because he made himself part of the news with his stupidity, as always. Just remember when he was like a young, fun kid and stuff. What happens, man? Are we blaming women for this, or?
Wow!
I'm just kidding, ladies. I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm kidding with you out there. When we come back here,
SMAC 500.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you emailing somebody right now? Come on back, folks. We'll get into World Cup. We got Diamondbacks. Football starts this week. And Kim Scatterby almost, foregoed another NFL season.
Could you imagine that?
Come on back, folks. Main event. And we're back here, main event. Ethan's running the show here today. I hear him in our ears, Dale.
Yes.
Changes are coming. The winds of change. Like that? Scorpions? They can whistle too out there. So we discovered the golf. Dale's vacation, of course, back in town. And do you miss coaching for, or are you just happy you don't have to be out there today? If practice started for SEA.
Well, you know, for the years that I did it, the morning practices before training camp, I did not attend.
Yeah, I know. But it's training camp now, right? It starts now.
They're doing that one a day, 6 to 9. They were planning on doing some football activities until they found out that
it's some college prep soccer thing is renting their field.
Soccer taking over football.
Hey, other side thing, I talked about this with Bruce last Tuesday. Did you see 3 schools in the state are in the national listings for
national rankings?
National rankings.
I did see that.
Did you notice who they are?
I would think I saw it, but that was a week ago, so I forgot. Bash is one of them.
Bash, I think I want to say there were 19. Don't quote me on the numbers. I know Chandler was 23, and there was one in between them.
Was it Hamilton?
Hamilton, yeah. Which is interesting because do we even know Hamilton's quarterback situation going to this year?
We don't.
Because the kid got hurt. Second year in a row he got hurt in the playoffs. There was a knee injury. And then I want to say, if I remember correctly, the backup at Hamilton that took over, he was a seasoned guy, but I want to say he was a senior last year. So who do they have? So they have a ton of talent. Don't get me wrong, even with the quarterback situation. But we all know how a quarterback situation can
change
the deal.
Yep.
But I find it fascinating. 3 schools in the Chandler School District. A lot of people pay attention to.
Yeah, we're talking about in the country.
Other districts, and Chandler Unified is just dominating that field.
Unbelievable amount of kids getting national level attention.
Pretty much everybody at Basha. If you're starting at Basha this year, and even if you're a backup and you're being looked at. But I told you that last year. I was telling Bruce this. I went to that one Basha game, and it was not even. It was grown men playing small boys.
Yeah,
the linemen were all 6'7". The defensive tackle was bigger than me and faster than me, and it was just like, what is happening right now? These are not high school kids.
I don't know what you're feeding them out there, Steve.
I'm not Chandler anymore. I grew up Chandler, but I'm not in that Chandler anymore. It's all that Intel money and stuff. All that tech money.
Is that all the data centers water that's
all the parents working in that field with all the money getting that out there. You can't make a kid be 6'7", 280 pounds and be athletic. That's not taught.
Well, it's interesting because I don't know. I was watching something last week in a downtime. And I heard somebody talking about it. As far as linemen, offense and defense, mostly offense. The fact that God put only so many 6'5", 6'6", 300-pound men on Earth.
Yeah.
And then he put even fewer that can actually move their feet.
Yeah, because Dale, you just described me in that first part.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't fall into these other category. That's where my thing ends.
And then it gets narrowed down. Oh, can he move his feet?
Yes.
Narrows down. Can he run in a straight line? Narrows down. Can he pull?
Yeah.
Narrows that to where there's only so many bodies out there.
Does he like doing this? Yeah. And they all ended up at
Basha. They want to hit somebody. Yeah. There goes another.
And they all ended up at Basha. Yeah. I'll never forget, man. Basha and Perry last year. Was it last year or the year before? Those two were the schools where you could hear the hits from the stands. Like they just hit you. Yeah. And it was like a consistent basis. You hear it when you're there, but on like every play, it was like, oh, poor kids on the other team. And they're down by 40. It's second quarter on top of it. And you're just like, oh my God. Yeah, I found that fascinating that it's that whole battle for 87. But the one that shocked me the most, like I said, more so was Hamilton, just because I'm sure they were okay, but but yeah, there. Yeah. And then Chandler being back ranked. Not Chandler's had a few down years, but they never regressed to where they were terrible. But to see them back up into that level again, this is gonna be fascinating and fun to watch coming up with the high school season getting ready to kick off here. shortly as well, Dale.
I think Chandler has a quarterback who's been very highly ranked, and that obviously puts them.
Yes. I think
on the map.
Yeah, I don't remember the kid's
I think
name.
it's Will Menzel.
That sounds right. Yeah. But he's one of the best quarterbacks in the state, from what I understand.
Yep.
So obviously they're watching him. But even then, like Brophy had a ton of D1 talent last year and stuff, and they were never ranked at those levels.
No, I've always thought there's just something a little bit off about Brophy. Love the coach.
Yeah.
In fact, I know a couple of coaches on their staff love the coach.
Yeah.
You tend to get a lot of great players.
They falter
against other elite programs.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. When they get to the playoffs.
I don't know if they've ever had that standout, unbelievable quarterback that some of these other schools get.
Yeah, but even then, like, I'm gonna regret saying this because somebody's gonna jump on it, but like, I almost said Perry, the other one. Bash's quarterback. I mean, he's good. He's really good. But he's not, oh my God. Somebody recruit this kid. He's got to be on my college team. He's really good. But so it's also the talent around you too that you have to get there. And Brophy's hampered, if you don't know. You got to be able to go there, if you know what I mean. Type of a thing. So it's a lot of fun out there. I like it a lot. But a lot of focus in the East Valley again. West Valley was taken over there for a while. And now it's kind of shifted back to the east side. Chandler specifically coming up here in this season as well. For high school football. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what happens. Hey Dale, did you watch the World Cup Championship?
I watched the second half, a little bit of the first half.
You didn't have to watch the first half. That was snooze fest.
Well, second half was.
What are you talking about? It was amazing.
It all took place down in
on Spain's side of the field.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what amazed me. The whole game, I'm going, man, Argentina's going to win this thing. They were dominated the whole game. And even when it went to extra time, I'm like, they're down to 10 men. And I'm like, Argentina's going to sneak this thing out and win it, aren't they? They've been getting their butts kicked all game. No shots on goal in the first 90 minutes, unheard of, even in the game of football out there. But that was just amazing to watch the way Spain was kind of put in. They couldn't put the ball in the net and everything. And I thought it was a fantastic game. But Spain, my pick won. My pick after France was eliminated won.
Oh, I was going to say, well, when did you pick them?
No, I learned a valuable lesson in that France-Spain game I was saying last week. Spain had the talent to win that. I told you guys that all along, but I just thought it was finally France's, kind of like the Michael Jordan thing, right? Where he couldn't get past the Pistons. Boom, all of a sudden you get past the Pistons. I was like, this is the year France is going to get by Spain. And then the game, 5 minutes into that game, Dale, and I went, France ain't getting by Spain. France ain't getting by Spain. But then you can't ignore Argentina's comeback ability.
Right.
So even when they were down 1-0 and they hadn't been shooting and scoring, you were like, all right, this is when they're going to step up, and they did put press. That's finally when they got their shots on goal as well. So no single shot on goal in 90 minutes for Argentina. First team to ever do that in the World Cup final. Keep in mind, folks, they have the best player in the world, maybe of all time on that offense, and he barely saw the ball yesterday.
Well, I was going to say, what was interesting, I heard them mention it a couple times, but Messi was a non-factor.
Completely a non-factor. Well, when you don't get the ball and can't control the football, that was France's problem. It's just France could never control the ball long enough to get something going. And same thing with Argentina. Even late, when he would get his foot on the ball, they'd strip it away from him. You'd have 2 or 3 Spain guys on him, and they would take the ball and make a bad pass, and they'd be able to respond to it and stuff. Spain's defense is just unbelievable. They're the 86 Bears of football.
Okay. Okay.
Argentina was Dale, you remember how good that defense was.
I do.
Dale wakes up in cold sweats sometimes.
I think they hit a little harder than this team does.
So Argentina in the first half, they were held to just 17 touches in the attacking part of the field, and 0 in the attacking penalty area in the first half for Argentina. No shots on goal. Sorry, Dale, I'm just going to go out on a limb. I haven't looked up the stat, but I'm going to say that if you don't get shots on goal, you win 60% of the time, 70% of the time. Just going to go out on a limb there.
It's kind of like they'll say when you're golfing, a putt left short, about 95% of them don't go in.
It doesn't go in.
All of them don't go in.
It was amazing, but Spain just couldn't put it in the net, so you couldn't deal with it. Argentina, by the way, just in the first half, it's been 60 years since somebody was held without a shot in the first half. No team has ever done it the whole first 90 minutes as well. But then you go and look at it and you go, Spain's defense in this tournament, Dale. The whole tournament, they gave up 1 goal in the whole tournament. And that was to Belgium.
Yeah.
Who the U.S. lost to as well. 7 shutouts, most in a single tournament in FIFA World Cup history as well for them. Just dominating fashion by Spain, man. Unbelievably dominant. The goaltender just like, I'm getting paid a lot of money to sit back here and not do anything.
Well, meanwhile, the other goaltender's diving for his life.
Seriously. Like, he's just all over the map. And like it was just like, what? I thought it was fantastic. I thought Spain won it. I'm not a big guy of like a lot of goals being scored, but even that England-France third place game, 6-4 final is what it ended up being. Neither team wanted to be there. It was a glorified practice game. But I thought that was even a lot of fun to watch because it's just fun to watch those guys go out there and just not care. The pressure's off.
I saw somebody who said the NFL is looking into having a third place game, and the Bills and the Ravens are both signing up for it.
Well, that's the best part. Yeah, they can allow 2 AFC teams to play in that third place game as well. Oh, that's hilarious there to see on that. So it was good. World Cup's over, Dale. All over now.
Would you, at least from my vantage point, what I've read and what I've heard and what I've seen, a success here in North America?
Oh yeah. I saw the attendance was like 6.8 million people attended games.
Okay.
And we know when the U.S. was in it, especially, there was record ratings.
Right.
Type of stuff going on. So absolutely success. Then the revenue that was brought in from okay, I don't know who's paying these ticket prices. I don't care if you're from Podunk, wherever. How are you affording a ticket upper level for the championship game yesterday at $14,000? And you're paying that? Who's buying these tickets?
Yeah, that's interesting.
How much money laundering? I don't care what your exchange rate is. It's a lot of money, folks.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and they sold it out yesterday. And like the cheapest ticket to get in, like on Saturday before the game, was something like $12,000 or something. At MetLife. Who's paying that? I also saw.
That's a tad bit more expensive than a Jets game.
Well, that was my other favorite tweet. I'm glad you brought that up. People were saying that Argentina was just trying to pay homage to the Jets by playing in MetLife, by not having any shots on goal. Not scoring.
I did hear something over the weekend that the one thing that was great about having it over here is the fact that no stadiums had to be built.
Yeah, no, because we have the stadium infrastructures. Yeah. So like last World Cup, where was it at? They had to build all those stadiums. Qatar, they had to build all those stadiums. And then they all go to crap because they can't get 60,000 people into stadiums there. Like even if you go to the Premier League, they're smaller size stadiums. 30,000 people can get into them and stuff like that. They're not huge conglomerates. That was the big thing about all the Europeans coming over here. They were like, not only do you have this giant stadium, you've got 6 of them in a 3-hour radius of this place.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just blown away by the size of them and things. Absolutely. So no, it's a giant success. I think it both economy wise, with people coming here, 6.8 million, like I said, add that to however many people fit in these stadiums, 60,000. That's a lot of people, a lot of sold out games and stuff like that. It would have been great. Right. Ethan says drug dealers are paying that, I presume.
And then give them to clients.
I wouldn't pay for anything. The Cardinals can go to the Super Bowl again, 40 years from now, and I'll be like an old man going, I remember when they went to this nostalgia. And you tell me a ticket's $14,000, I'm going to go, I wish him luck. I'll be watching at home. That's ridiculous for a 3-hour event. Get out of here with that. I did not watch the halftime show. Did you? Did you watch the Biebs and Madonna?
Watch that.
The BTS?
And the Muppets.
Yeah, I heard the Muppets were there. I didn't watch it. Yeah, I heard the Muppets were there. Yeah. But, yeah, so there you go. Rousing success. The games were unbelievable. I'm going to miss it. Now, good news is we get football now. Now, bad news is, now, lucky for us, Dale, we don't just follow the Cardinals. Like, I would hate to work at 98.7 today. Because for the next month, just the next month, let alone going into the season, it's Cardinals all day long. And, folks, this is about to get ugly. This team, Jacoby Watch. Jacoby Watch. You guys figure out which way to say it. Make it sound all threatening.
Kobe Watts. You got guys getting suspended. You got
his lawyers came out and said he didn't do it, though.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. We'll talk that coming up as well. Here in the top of the hour, of course, your Diamondbacks, folks. Dale's Diamondbacks. He's back on the bandwagon. Climbed back on that sucker. Rode it back all the way back down to Phoenix from Sedona.
You watched the All-Star game last Tuesday?
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
News. Actually, the All-Star game, I only caught a couple. I saw E-Rod. I watched Corbin. I saw Mac Miller pitch because closers like him. Hey, Diamondbacks, grow one of those sons of a guns.
E-Rod did a really nice job.
He did. I saw yesterday, and we'll talk more about this after the break, that he wanted to pitch another inning. And that Dave Roberts goes, you want me to call Torrey and get yelled at by him? Yeah, I do. If I was E-Rod, I'd be like, yeah, I'm okay with that. Come on back, folks. Main event, second hour, coming up next.